You're gonna keep getting fucked over. If you keep believing that you're nothing without a man, if you keep believing that you need a man to complete you, if you keep thinking that it's not an option for you to not have a man, or whatever the case is, you're gonna keep getting fucked over. Every single time. It is that belief and that belief alone that is the seed to women always getting played. Because if that is the belief, then anything that happens, you're going to go into it ignoring all the red flags, ignoring the lies, ignoring your intuition, ignoring your gut, ignoring all the issues, just so you can keep the idea, just so you can keep this man. The more unwilling you are to give up your own autonomy and your own singlehood and your own solitude, the more unwilling you are to give that up, the safer you will be. And the truth is, a lot of women are not selective enough. I'm gonna be for real with it. Just because somebody can afford to buy you, is it really worth it? They're not selective enough. And this is what men prey on. They know that. Men know y'all don't really give a fuck about them. Let's keep it a buck. Women don't really give a fuck about men. And men know this, and that's why they drag y'all and dog walk the fuck out of y'all. Because they know y'all don't really give a fuck about them. Specifically as an individual. You just want a fucking warm body. Because you don't want to be alone. You just need somebody to fill that place. You just need somebody to say, hey, look who picked me. You just need somebody to temporarily feel your lack of self-concept. You need somebody to give you some kind of validation. They know it. So that's why they know that they're just a placeholder. And they've told this. I'm not even saying new shit. They say this. That's why they say that thing. The little things are like, oh, it's just your turn. And this is also why men cheat so much, because they know the shit ain't really real. They know it's all fake. And they know they're faking 100% on their side. It's just going through the motions, because the truth is, for relationships to work, both people have to be at a deficit. They both have to feel like they're nothing without the other. That's what, in our world, that's what we consider a perfect relationship. When both people feel like they're literally nothing unless they're together. That's what we base the concept of marriage and relationship. Oh, I'm nothing without you. We think that sounds romantic. Why would I be nothing without you? I'm a whole individual. I'm a whole full person. It's just insane, the concept. We don't think that it's okay for us to be alone. We don't even like being with ourselves, but we think somebody else wants to be with us forever. That's why people end up getting with people who just tolerate them. Y'all don't really give a fuck about each other. Y'all don't really like each other. Y'all are just playing through the roles because it's better than you being alone. Because you know you don't even want to be with you, but you want somebody else to be with you forever. As people who actually like being with themselves, they don't need to be with somebody else. That's not like a desire. They're not willing to just, oh, I'm just going to be with anybody just to fill this empty space. And I think the wound, it goes all the way back to the concept of love, which the love that we know it today in terms of romantic relationships, it's not even real. So that's just a lie and a delusion. But most people are going in because they are unaware of who they are. They are unaware of their true worth, because all the while, as you were growing up, as you were being raised in this society, and whatever the case is, you're basically just learning all the ways in which you're not enough. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you literally learn you're not lovable, you're not that attractive, you're not that desirable, or you're not good enough. Like questioning, are you wifey material or are you not? Like, are you worthy of marriage? Are you worthy? Like, it's all a test of like worth, which means you're always having to earn and like constantly prove something. In the way that you know, okay, well, did I successfully prove it? We try to say, okay, well, I got the ring, or I got the relationship, or whatever the case is, and we'll try to use that to prove our worth, which is all we're trying to do it in the first place. So that's why when you go into a relationship thinking you're unlovable, which most people do, you're not worthy, there's something wrong with you, because if you thought you were a whole being, if you thought you were a complete person, you wouldn't have to try to merge yourself with another individual for validation and proof that you are lovable. So then that's all it takes, just that seed alone. Then when the little sweet nothings come, the little gazing in the eyes, the little affectionate touches, the pillow talking, the sharing your deep, dark secrets and feeling like, oh, I'm vulnerable, I can connect with people, whatever. Which the truth is, we believe that connection is a rarity, which is fucking not. But the truth is, we just collectively don't fucking trust each other because of the abuse and trauma that many of us have gone through. And so when we open up to that one person, we become very, very attached to that one person, because now that one person knows our deep, dark fucking secrets that we never felt comfortable to tell anybody else. So that's when you shouldn't go into relationships thinking just because you were capable or willing to share vulnerable information about yourself that it means that that person is the one for you, that person is a soulmate. Because you being vulnerable and just being truth about your story and who you are, that shouldn't have to be rare. It shouldn't be something that's like a proof of, oh, okay, this person must be for me. No, that means you are owning your shit. Why are you scared to own your shit in front of other motherfucking people? Because you live in a lie. You want everybody else to see you one way, but I just want this person to know the real me. So that means you're okay being fake as fuck to some people, but you want to be so-called real to one person. And the truth is, you're never really real with the person, right? Because there's limits to the shit. Within a relationship, there's still a role that you got to play. Two people have to play a role with each other. But it is different. And that's why it's not easy for especially women to walk away from relationships, because it's not just a relationship, it's your identity. Many women feel that leaving a relationship means something negative about them. But more importantly, what has kept them in the relationship is that sense of safety and security of having an identity, finally feeling valid for probably the first time in their whole fucking life. And they're afraid to lose that again, because it's like, okay, now I'm somebody because I'm a girlfriend, because I'm a wife, because I'm chosen. I don't want to go back to not being that. And then there's also a fear, because then it's like, well, if this didn't work out and I tried to follow all the rules that said that this was supposed to lead to a fairy tale, how do I know it's gonna work the next time? If I try to find someone else, how do I know it's gonna work? Or if it's not gonna work, how long is it gonna take for me to be able to have an identity again? So identity for a human being is literally a life or death situation. It's that serious. Identity, validation, knowing who, identity. It's literally life or death for humans. So leaving a relationship is not just like, oh yeah, it's just like easy. It's like you're basically saying, okay, I'm gonna die to the world. That's how it really gets on a dramatic level. So the truth is, you just want to know who you are outside of that. You have to have an identity, and you have to know who you are. And you have to stop believing the bullshit lie that who you are has anything to do with who you're with. Or not that it has nothing to do with it, but that it should always be a compliment to who you actually are and not making you who you are. And that's where a lot of women is, because this is the difference. There's a difference between being who you are and then partnering with someone, and then not knowing who you are, partnering with someone, and then all of a sudden you know who you are, but only as a person who is partnered. Do you get that? Listen to it again. And anyway, I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything wrong with relationships, but honestly, I do think there is something wrong with relationships. And I genuinely feel monogamy, like the concept of monogamy, like relationships, I think it is cheating on yourself, because then you're staying committed to somebody who, honestly, that person is supposed to be committed to their own purpose and their own life goal, not to you. And you're supposed to be committed to your own purpose and your own life goal. It's about you're supposed to stand in your own power. To stand in your own power is to stand as an individual and know your individual truth. If two people's life paths happen to be similar or collide or whatever the case is, that's a different story. But are you going to be willing to let that go to follow your own truth? Or does your truth become whatever your partner's truth is? I don't know.